Hey everybody, we're in landmark territory. Would you look at this? Well, hold on. Okay, it's Jacob and Esau the Blue Baby, but ignoring that, we're still in landmark territory. Check this out. Check this out. Check 20 wins in a row. Hey, no reason to belabor the point. It's not our first ever Jacob and Esau run. It is my first run of the day. So there's a mild degree of spookiness, but that's okay. I'm always interested in the idea with Jacob and Esau that depending on how things shake out on the first couple floors, you might want to temporarily take a little stab at going to the alt path. Ooh, that's really bad. Just the champion managed to just sneak in there and cause us some actual, like, serious problems. That's pretty nasty. So hear me out here. Because of this, we're actually not going to Soul of Isaac here. We're going to hold Yo Listen. It's going to tell us where the secret room is, which I would not have been able to get otherwise. Maybe we would have been able to get a second secret room on one bomb there, but... Then, I'm willing to, like... Don't you know I'm low-key? Like, Esau... No, you got it backwards here. Esau, why don't you take this pill? Control Q. Okay, lovely. We need to fill it up, but that's fine. Second secret room. Second. You'll see this right off the bat. Now just give me a quarter and we're good to go. Okay, let's be honest. That would have been sick, though. What the heck? So we have a gold Lil Clot. We can get into our shop for free. We definitely want to buy some HP. The pill HP up, it was a master stroke. We also have a tinted rock. Would you look at that? You don't need to point that out. I'm not stupid. I'm smarter than you. So that one room, just keep in mind, it looks like it's... Oh, look at that dodge, man. It looks like this is so bad. But actually, we've done, like, a really good job at getting ourselves back into the mix. We had one bad room. Everything from that point onward has been totally fine. We might, as ridiculous as it may or may not sound, we may actually, for real, be able to get a payout from the Eddie room on this floor. And it's a bit... It's a bit hot. I don't see how we get out of this room without getting hit. Okay, just like that, apparently. How, Sway? This floor is engineered to kill Jacob and Esau. Like, it's actually just staggering the amount of, like, specifically incredibly difficult dodges that, you know, apply to basically this character and this character alone right now. That being said, apparently, you know, they brought the right version of myself today. Actually feel like the trinket is not too bad. Let's make sure that you're getting that. Probably want to go back to the shop. Also, I think I'm going to shoot, like, every fire that's ever existed. We don't need to rush through this one. Take your time. Any kind of advantage you can get is worth something. We got red hearts for sale. If we can get a bomb for sale, like, we'll be pretty active in our use of the Soul of Isaac here. We're about to get rushed. Get ready. Just chill. Man, like, if this isn't a metaphor for the harm that we do to ourselves, I don't know what is, man. Look at, they're so eager to be like, you know, to get me. And then they just end up blowing themselves up in the process. Because speed is shared, you're gonna laugh at this, but I actually feel like this is totally takeable. Don't let the hangover of us, like, not having been super strong early and having that room where we almost died, don't let that make you play the entire run like a coward. We need to think our way through these, okay? No bomb is killing me here. Just running the numbers. So we can play the Eddie room like 4 times. You'd love to get like Humbling Bundle, right? 50% chance for a coin. I think we leave. I think we leave, and I'm gonna be a very just patient man. I'm not going to the alt path because I think that we'll lose our angel, or sorry, our devil chance in all likelihood. So I'm just gonna slow my roll. We're gonna take little victories when we can get them, and we're gonna be content for like slow growth temporarily, in the hopes that over time it'll pay extraordinary dividends. Let's go. You might as well just take it, and then make sure we got Jacob leaving. Jacob does touch it. I mean, we have an okay track record with Jacob and Esau recently, and of course, what I mean by that is literally we've had one Jacob and Esau run recently, and we won it. So, I mean, it could be worse, right? We could have lost it. Well, worth it. I feel like my brain is equipped for the Jacob and Esau experience. The 2021 Jacob and Esau challenge. And look, of all the characters in Repentance that have been added, Jacob and Esau is not my favorite. Like, a lot of the tainted characters that were added are both strong and fun. Strength is probably like one of the ways that you can correlate most easily with fun. If you know, Azazel, very fun. Not that unique necessarily, but mostly just like, hey, winning is, you know, it never goes out of style. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. This is like it. Well, I want to say it's Soul of Isaac worthy, but then I need to also recall that according to the preeminent Isaac player that I know, Cobalt Streak, item rooms aren't that good. Like, the pool is not that good. So, you're gonna drop some stuff here, probably. Just embrace that. I think we save, then, the Soul of Isaac to use on either a boss or a devil room right now. And I know I haven't taken anything yet on this floor. I'm kind of just letting it simmer. We didn't get any, like, instant take stuff. For me, that means there's no reason you absolutely have to, you know, above all else, immediately pick up, like, a Sister Maggie or something. I think Sister Maggie we can take. Conjoined with 2 characters, maybe, is not something I should be concerned with. Like, concerned with avoiding, at least. And a pill we don't know about. Interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. What is a walnut? Gets destroyed after... Okay. Oh, hold on. I got this all backwards there. And then open this up. Okay. 30 cents. Uh-huh. Think I really feel it. East Coast feel it. West Coast feel it. Let's drop a bomb here. This floor could set the tone for the rest of the run, so I want to make sure that we're getting ourselves set up appropriately. More there's options. Matters not who takes it. Is extremely sweet for the boss fight. Because now we can actually get an item per character per boss. And this is... Oh my god, we didn't get hit. How did that happen? And what was the sound that came out of my mouth? I'm not sweating it, man. Did we? Maybe. No, I don't think we got hit. Play it slow here, okay? You don't have to give up everything. Obviously, we'd love to get some blood bags. Just the money itself is also incredible. But please keep in mind, one bad room could still screw us up pretty badly. I thought there was HP back here. Maybe not. Just leave. You know what I'm thinking. Like, that boss trap room is accessible, but very scary. So I think you pick it up. I'm frightened about what we do with the deal with the devil here. I'm not sold. I'm not unsold. I just exist. I'm not... look, potato peeler is like for 7 cents, it's good. But I do want to... I think to myself in my own head, am I just interested in it mostly because of the fact that it's on sale? Or is it actually, like, gonna be that good for us? And it could be either. For now, I think you fight the boss. See what you get from the boss. Consider Soul of Isaac as a result, which means we're probably just going to pick this up. Like, I don't know if Wait What plays into Conjoined. It probably doesn't. But we might as well take it. If it doesn't matter what character we're going to take it on, let's take it on the character that maybe could make Conjoined work. Kill the boss. Duke of Flies, like, he just doesn't stand a chance when you get 2 bombs for 1 bomb. And then this is where the puzzle for this floor is probably just beginning. That's amazing. Keep in mind these are a package deal, right? So you pretty much have to go like with both. If you use Soul of Isaac, you're gonna maybe miss out on Pentagram. I think we want to flip these. Just my 2 cents. No. Why? I'm waiting. Tears up. Range up. Okay, so we got 2 range ups if we want to pay for them. What a delightful situation. Wouldn't you say? I don't think we want to pay 5 cents. Well, you know what? Range on Jacob, kinda doo-doo. You're not gonna see me do this too much. We'll take a second range upgrade. God almighty. How good would an sorry, a blood bag, not an IV bag, please. A blood bag? How good would a blood bag be here, man? Okay, I'm not sweating it, man. I'm not sweating it. This run has already been good to us. That's a lot of money. Is some bombs? Am I willing? I think I have just answered that question for you. They're not gonna let me into that room though, alright. Nope, they need a little bit more. I understand. I'm a little annoyed, but I understand. Are we buying potato peeler? I don't think so. I think we're heading down to the next floor. And the great thing about this run is that we still hold Soul of Isaac. We haven't really started to commit to, you know, the bit yet. So that we have the angel precedent, or the angel, I guess it's not a precedent so much as like a promise for the future. And we got great stats. Not 10 out of 10, but like 8 for sure. So I think that we're doing well and stand to do even better in the future. That's a great place to be, but it's not as locked in as a lot of our previous run, or as our very previous run, as Jacob and Esau. But I think, you know, we can puzzle it out. We can banter, I think. We spent 10 minutes on the first 2 floors to get there. And I'm willing to take it even further if we got to. Now just give us magic skin, throw all our strategy in the garbage, and like, let's get insane. How does that sound? Now, of these, I think it's well worth doing this. We've been very kind to our donation machine. Let's get a little broken modem action going. Starter deck is pretty good too. I think, well, I'll just buy a key instead. How does that sound? And I love that you get broken modem. Like, this is how I know. Whoa, just be careful. Oh, and a second secret room. Okay. Run. Unidentified. Range up. We still want as you. 1 second. Unidentified. It's a health up or a health down. Health up. Lovely. Thank you. Okay, sure. Let's keep splitting the difference. I know that there's conventional wisdom about Jacob and Esau, and like, oh, one of them is gonna be like tanky, or one of them should just be like your damage dealer. Where do you think that conventional wisdom comes from? You know? From people like us. And I mean both me and you in that situation. Like, we create the conventional wisdom, okay? It doesn't pop out of a Brady game strategy guide. If we play the run balanced, and then we win, the conventional wisdom shifts a little bit, and all of a sudden, people are like, no, maybe balanced is the way to go. I think at the end of the day, every strategy works in Isaac if you're just dodging, which is harder than it might seem. But I love how I keep giving Esau, like, the... Ooh, the sun. Look at that. That's pretty good. I love how I keep giving Esau the items that it doesn't matter who has them. It's just like, you know... It's like a kid worried that his parents are playing favorites. You gave Jacob mom's knife! Yeah, but I gave you the... Oh, no! I hit Control Q by accident. I gave you the broken modem, though. What are you complaining about? Let's go this way. I'm so disappointed I hit Control Q instead of Control Space to use the sun card. But I will also say, like, 100,000%, if anything, I'm surprised it didn't happen earlier. So, I mean, it's genuinely pretty bad, but life goes on. Let's go for the fight here. Like, we're doing some serious damage. We got great consumable drops. Get the avionics off the screen. We're fighting Duca Flies 2.0. Dies just like Duca Flies 1.0. Honestly, we should split it like this. I'm not worried about like a luck division, but I want more range on Jacob if everything else is equal. Okay. That's pretty good. And we'll just take tiers on the character who has less of them. How does that sound? I love this strat. Like, the double item strat is like the most fun part of Jacob and Esau for me. Holy Light should go on highest tiers. And Lazarus Rag doesn't matter, but in theory it should go on most likely to die. So I actually think... maybe Holy Light should go on Esau, because Esau has the dip trinket, or whatever the heck this is called. If the blobs inherit the tier effect, and I think they do, because I just saw... yeah, we shot two at the same time there, so that's actually, like, pretty amazing. This is a trinket that we can now hold on to, I think. Now I'm annoyed, though, because I'm like, isn't the luck stat what drives this in the future, so we can maybe prioritize giving you some luck? Might be of the utmost importance. Hold on, I gotta see if this is an important message to reply to. It's a very nice message from my mom. I'm not gonna reply to it right now. I promise you, I will reply to it today. I'm making that bargain with you right now, okay? My mom sent me a very nice affirmation. Much appreciated. Okay. Soul of Apollyon. I don't think it matters, like, when you pop it. Health up, random trinket. I mean, we already know what this does. Why am I... why am I looking at it? Let's just see what the trinket is. Replaces all pickup spawns with a random pickup. Bombs and hearts are most common. I don't really understand what that means. All pickup spawns are replaced with a random trinket? Or a random pickup? But aren't they random pickups when they spawn? I'm not trying to be, you know, press any key and then I hit the power button. I just literally, like, I don't understand. I'm not saying the teacher spelled something wrong on the chalkboard. I'm just like, I don't understand how to parse the words. But I'm happy with our existing trinket. Even if it hasn't done anything for us at all. And only pops, I think, if we explode, which is bad. But, I mean, sometimes the inert devil you know maybe is better than the devil you don't. Look, we know there's like 9 trinkets in this game that actually matter, let's be honest. So We know which ones we're looking for. If we see them, we snap, pick them. Otherwise, you know, we out here. How am I doing? I'm doing well. Oh, nice little block there. Thank you for asking. It is a Friday. Genuine TGIF. Let me out of this. And we've been having some pretty good gaming. Like, Isaac's been going well. Slay the Spire is getting a little spicier, but is going, like, better than it has any right to go, given how badly it went for me on the first crack. That's control space, right? That's how control space works. Okay, so evil items make us stronger. Apparently the pentagram, not an evil item, by the way. Oh, look at that, though! The quarter. I mean, we're not doing anything with the walnuts, so I think that's fine. How to jump already, like, sitting pretty here. I'll tell you, I don't see us using how to jump too tactically. It would be a bit of a impressive form for me, but we'll try. Hey, what homing familiars though? Man, oh man, you know what I'm thinking. We need a way for we like just store this trinket and then find a way to give it to Jacob later or Esau later. And we're loving life. I mean, you can only get Bookworm on one character, so we're gonna take it with you. Well, you can only use the books for Bookworm on one character, I should say. Then, I'm like, 2 bombs to get a bomb is a great deal unless I get hit in the process. And I think I would. Before, just embrace the fact this is going to be a long one. We got plenty of time here today, and it's worth the puzzle. We got streaks going, man. I'm not trying to, you know, throw my most impressive repentance streak just out of a sense of whatever, you know? I care not truly who gets the half spirit heart. That's how they divide us. They got us quarreling over half spirit hearts. Meanwhile, you know, in the code base, they could spawn infinity of them without even, you know, breaking a sweat. So forgive me, but they will not divide Jacob and Esau. Only I can do that by holding left control. Oh, what the? He was hiding in the creep this whole time. 4 bombs. Now, this is the ultimate test. Can you get to the cards? And can you get to the rune by using how to jump? I will not. Can I tell you something? I think because luck, I think, controls the holy light incidence rate. Let's donate some money with Esau. And this is just, I'm just taking a stab at it, okay? We donated some money with Esau to take him from -1 to 0. Maybe that's good. Maybe that's good. Maybe not. Who cares? We're playing great here. So yeah, I mean, my week's been pretty, like, you know, pretty standard, very common. Just, you know, playing some Isaac, playing some Proto Bowl, playing some crosswords, playing a little bit of chess, wondering when I got bad at it, making an incredible move, wondering if it's still possible for me to become a grandmaster, blundering the endgame, quitting forever, coming back the next day. That's the chess cycle, you know? I will say, like, a couple of days I played this, it's a quiz bowl, let's call it a training application called Proto Bowl that you can find online. It's a web app. It illuminated for me that I consider myself, with trivia, let me put it this way, like, I'm a big fish in a small pond, I think is the best way to describe it. I am probably the best person I know at trivia. Like, if I go to a trivia night or something like that, I tend to be one of the best players on my team. I tend to, and it varies, but I tend to have a team that ends up being competitive on the very, very, very local level. You know, like the bar that you happen to be in when it's happening. And the same thing happens on Twitch. You know, I was laughing at Schooled because control space. Some of the questions that people are like, "How did you know that?" You're like, it's just, I mean, let me put it this way, and I'm not trying to besmirch anybody, but the question from school that I got the most credit for was, what was France called by the Romans? And I just said, Gaul. And people were like, what? How did you know that? I mean, they were also like, how did you not know how to do, like, you know, long division? But I'm just saying. But playing Proto Bowl, I'll admit that I got a little cocky, I think. And then I played Proto Bowl, which is like high school and college level quiz bowl questions. And I forgot that you have to be the world's smartest 14-year-old to be good at quiz bowl. They were at the high school level quiz bowl questions are unreasonable. Let's do this anyway. And probably we'll take that red candle as well. They're unreasonable for any 15-year-old to like be as well read as they would have to be to answer the questions. Mind you, I also know that you don't, like, most of the questions, they're not actually expecting all of the high school students to have read, you know, every Emily Dickinson novel. Instead, you just recognize, you know, you learn a breadth of knowledge, I guess, and then you recognize contextual clues, but and then answer accordingly. Like, it's the same on Jeopardy, right? Like, I don't know anything about art, but if the question is like, lend your ear to this question about a Dutch painter who was famous for, you know, using pastels, I would be like, okay, that's Vincent van Gogh, because they said lend an ear. You just, it's almost, you know, you learn the skill in, like, reading the question as much as you do in knowing the answer, but, man, it was very sobering to, like, get, you know, 15% of the high school questions right, and then go down to middle school and get, like, 40% of them right. Yeah, let's do it like this. And then you can hit Q for, like, a tactical deployment at any point. So this one, I guess this episode just goes out to the Quiz Bowl players out there. Congratulations. Keep it up. It's very impressive. I'm not going for that key. I mean, I was on trivia team in high school, but even then, the questions on trivia team in high school were not even close to, like, you know, US Quiz Bowl or, like, you know, University Challenge questions or something like that. At least, or maybe I was just smarter back then. I don't know. It's been known to happen. A regression to the rude. And that's basically it. I mean, like, the only other anecdote, it's been a very anecdotalist week. The only other anecdote I really got is, you know, hold on. How to jump, by the way, has been pretty nice for us. I'm not trying to besmirch it. Okay, sure. But I am like, with telepathy, we could just hit space and Q as often as possible. It's a lot of stuff to manage. But maybe it's fine. Maybe it'll be fun even. Hold on, were you circling a rock in here? If knowledge is the key, then just show me the lock. Drink a lot of soda so they call me Mr. Soda. My God. Okay, well, it only works for one of the characters, so you can't you can't rely on it to that extent. I'm not saying it's not helping. Either way, we have, like, you know, 2 spacebar items that are extremely annoying to manage while also managing 2 characters, but it's fun either way. And then also trying to banter. But I was trying to play this, like, this game on stream, and it's called Densha Dago Yamanote Line or something like that, and it's part of a fairly niche but simultaneously well-known series of games where they're simulators, and you play as a well, I mean, you just simulate driving a Japanese subway train. I think we have to take this as you. I think that's I mean, it ruins a lot of synergies, but I think it's just the way you do it, because I don't want to ruin Holy Light. And maybe it would have made Holy Light better, but whenever you get Trisagion, you know, you gotta You gotta hedge your bets. If you know the synergy's off by heart, then by all means, but it ruins so many good runs. And makes a few of them better that I just was unwilling to risk it. But we could fight Mega Satan if we want now. Look at that. Either way, take me down. I was so excited. It is, like, not a quote-unquote fun game. You know, it is a game where you drive a subway. I'm not sure if you're aware of the way that trains work. They go in two directions, but really mostly just in the one. It's a lot of, like, gas and braking. Gas and braking. Control Q, please. Thank you. Oh, a planetarium. Would you look at that? Help. But I saw a video of a person on Twitter playing the game, and they had like this controller that I guess was made for the game. Oh, did I walnut here or something? What the heck happened? And it looked like they were having a great time. They were even wearing like the white cloth gloves that like Japanese train drivers wear, and they were pointing at like people on the screen, which is, I guess it's like a safety thing that they do to be like, are you paying attention because we're coming in? I don't think it matters who gets it. Okay, it matters, and this is funny. RIP eye users. Whatever, at least we didn't get hit. Bitrate for this episode is now like 3 times higher. And I said to myself, that could be fun for a segment, right? I'm still considering getting the controller. But anyway, here's where I'm going to go off on this. It's available on the Switch, but only on the Switch. It's available physically, sold at Japanese retailers, or apparently if you have a Japanese Nintendo Switch account, you can just buy it. And I'm almost like, it's not about the mechanics, it's like about the principle. People were like, you can set up a Japanese Switch account, like all you need is an email address, but then to like buy stuff on the Japanese eShop, you have to like buy eShop gift cards in yen or something like that, or have a Japanese credit card that's connected to it. And I'm just like, why? I think I got hit there, but like in today's modern, like, globalized world, like, I understand the, like, if there's licensing issues, but I really doubt that there's like licensing issues that prevent you from you know, releasing a game based on the Japanese Yamanote train line in North America. Like, it seems, please, it seems unlikely to me, I guess is all I would say. So instead I just am like, you know, I almost don't want to get the game. As impotent as it may sound, essentially just like in protest of the fact that I feel like it's so stupid that it's region locked. And I know, you know, people that are like big fans of Disgaea or whatever, they're looking at me like James Franco and going like, first time? But I'm like, it's BS, man. You've released it digitally. Why put up a digital border? I'm willing to pay you $60 for a game I'll play 2 times just to see what it's like. The least you could do is just, you know, let me do it. Or maybe you're saving me from myself. Maybe you're helping me get away from myself. So that's where I'm at. I have been looking, like, I know you might, I don't know, people don't tend to say this, honestly. I do play a lot of games. But people are like, you know, the variety sometimes has been a little bit lower lately. I'm just being honest, like, it is definitely not that I just, you know, want to go live and, like, punch the clock. It's much more that there's been a dearth of noteworthy new releases. It's never hard to find, you know, game came out, you know? There's not a shortage of new games, but speaking frankly, but still without judgment, there's a shortage of new games that look compelling to stream, you know? Like, just because something is the 75th, you know, version of Pong that's released on Steam this year, but, you know, this one's got you know, 3D graphics and microtransactions. Like, that's not necessarily a good cause to just, you know, stream it. So you know, there's some stuff that probably is on the list, but simultaneously, there's also, you know, we're in a bit of a, not a holding pattern, but we're being a little choosy. Let's put it that way. I don't think it really matters who gets what. Let's keep that damage somewhat split, and we'll head down here. Still, we got a lot of run left. Which is why it's been really nice to actually, like, play Slay the Spire, honestly. Get owned. And Zomboid. Zomboid's fun. I need to figure out where I am in the world of Project Zomboid, because I feel like it's the kind of game where, like, I really thought that the average run of it would be, like, 2 hours long. And then on my second one, I realized that is not the case in the slightest. And in actuality, prevents low-quality items from spawning, Poggy, just in time. Is a tier 4 item. How about that? And then who got the... Esau got the speed upgrade earlier, so let's do it like this. Get Esau closer to Spun. We lost some range and some shot speed, and that's it. That's totally fine. Anyway, it seems actually like the point of the game is not to survive, you know, full stop in a zombie apocalypse as long as possible. The point of the game is to actually try to, like, you know, create a pseudo colony type situation that, you know, is actually survivable more long term, which is really cool. I'm not knocking it, but I had the scope of the game a little wrong. But I was surprised as much as anybody else how much I enjoyed playing Zomboid. You know what it goes to show me? I mean, I got a chip on my shoulder about this. It just goes to show me people still don't know me. And maybe I don't even know myself, but it was the same kind of situation when people were like, you know, oh, the Pokemon Unite train is going to send you into Dota. I'm like, I don't think so, because I'm, no offense, man, but I'm smarter than that. You know, when you touch the hot stove one time and you get burned, that's fair. When you touch the hot stove, you know, once a year and you're like, maybe I can handle the heat this time, you're kind of asking for trouble, right? It's the same with Zomboid. Like, the number of people who told me you're gonna hate this game just is like, I don't know, it's just a weird thing to say. That being said, I do say that to Dan all the time. But it's different, because I trust myself more than I trust a stranger. You know, sometimes Dan will be like, do you think I would like this game? I mean, it's different, I guess, if you're asking somebody. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, you'd love it. Like, earlier this week, and I'm not trying to, like, blow up our back channel in case he's got stuff planned, but earlier this week I was like, oh, 10 out of 10 content idea for you. I did it on stream today. It's a little website called humanbenchmark.com. I guess we'll just hold that world card. You know, it's a series of little micro reaction tests and stuff like that that allows you to compare yourself with people around the world. It's not scientific. It's just meant for, like, fun, but I think it'll work really well for you. And then, you know, at the risk of making myself a persona non grata in some communities out there, let me just say, have there been a couple of times where Dan is like, hey, do you think I would love, or do you think I would enjoy streaming beloved game? And I've said, hey, beloved game is very good. But I do think from playing it myself and also seeing some other people stream it that you might A, snooze it just a little, and B, also be kind of annoyed with some elements of the community response to it. And sometimes that's right, sometimes that's wrong. Like Undertale, I thought I never assumed the game was bad necessarily, but I thought that the community would make playing that game annoying. And I've heard from other content creators that it has ruined it for them, but for me, it was actually great. So, thank you for that, I guess. But then there's been some other games that I've played, and with the community response, they've been like, we love this game, it's so fun and wholesome. And then I'm like, we're gonna skip over this, like, secondary dialogue section right here, and people are like, it's wholesome, but now I'm gonna cyberbully you for not interfacing with the exact same mechanics that I interface with in the exact same way. By the way, bad quality items no longer spawn. I think we can have some fun with this. Like, I think this is possibly gonna ruin things slightly, but whatever. Whatever. And we're going up. Because we're fighting Blue Baby. But whenever people are like, you know, like, I don't hate a lot of games. Like, Mathis said you're gonna hate Zomboid because it's like, you know, you have to manage your food. If you eat crappy food, you know, your person gets out of shape and then they can't sprint as much. That stuff, it neither appeals to me, agnostic of the way it's implemented, nor does it offend me. It's really about whether or not it's good. Like, you know, the game Scum that came out a few years ago, where you had to, like, drink water every, like, in-game hour or your character would get dehydrated. I was like, this is annoying as hell. I hated it. But I think it was implemented badly and it was jank at release and it, you know, yada yada yada. Excuse me. In Zomboid, I was having a good time. It's really, I mean, I know what I like in games to some extent. And I know mechanics that I dislike to some extent, but, you know, much in the same way that, like, a winning strategy in Isaac is, you know, just dodging and then doing whatever you want. If a game is good, then a lot of the things that I tend to be kind of, like, structurally not a huge fan of in games can be great. I'm a mechanics guy. I've enjoyed walking simulators. People assume that I hate lore. I really don't. I just, like, you know, if you'll forgive me, I'm just kind of, like, sick of, pseudo-fantasy stories that have no respect for your time. And like, don't, I don't know. I have very little respect, I guess, for a workman-like story that is, somewhat uninteresting but told well in games. Like, Death Stranding, I know I washed out of it. It was more for, like, you know, analytics reasons. But the cutscenes were very compelling to me because they were insane. It was bold at the very least. I'm just like, I'm kind of over, like, hey, you know, there's like a maiden and she's sad. That's what it's, and, okay, and, you know, God of War, in my opinion, I catch a bad rap for. Because I made a joke at God of War's expense. And people, they weren't ready for that one. But they will be in time. As the window of Sony first-person games starts to switch to plug in the game, turn on the TV, and then put the controller down for 2 hours, I think I'll find myself on the right side of history. Oh, man. By the way, people, like, they mostly know how to take a joke. But when I did play a little bit of Ghost of Tsushima, and I cracked some jokes that were not even offensive at all, but when I cracked some jokes during the cutscenes, there was much more of, like, a hilarious reaction than I expected. I expected people to be like, it's a great game, but, you know, lol, we're riffing. I did the one guy in chat who was like, wow, such a Westerner. No respect for Japanese history. I was like, come on, man. Like, I'm cracking jokes at everything. I was, you know, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to genuflect during every cutscene, and when it finishes, just to have a somber nod of acknowledgement. It ain't that serious. So we're not going to fight Mega Satan. We are going to hit Control Q. Good, good, good. We can't lose. And I know that's comedic timing invitations, but, like, genuinely, it's not possible. I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's plausible. It's definitely possible. Also, like, the idea they use such a Westerner as, like, an insult. Like, I was gonna be like, excuse me, how dare you? Oh, you know what? Hold on. First off, you gotta go. You better give me an item. Thank you. Conjoined. And then Wheel of Fortune. Maybe we'll play it a bit here because we got money. But when they said, like, such a Westerner, I was like, you got me. What do you want me to say? Wrong. You pretty much, you got me pegged like in the Frasier theme song. I don't know what to do with those tossed. Well, you know what? I'm such a Westerner, I do know what to do with that tossed salad and scrambled eggs. You don't just stare at it, you eat it. Anyway, dude, I mean, this is... Let not the current powerful state of this run distract from the fact that on, like, the second room, we actually thought we were gonna die. Or the third room, we thought we were gonna die. Instead, though, we're out here thriving. And I owe it to the run. I wish I could say I owe it all to you, oh baby, but I can't do that. Because even that song doesn't make any sense, right? What do you mean they owe it all to you? I mean, I guess it wouldn't be so snappy if they were like, you know, I've had the time of my life, and I owe it to a composite balance of everyone involved. Yes, I swear, it's the truth. We succeeded as a group, oh baby. You know, like you gotta... I'm opening it. I don't give two shakes of a lamb's tail. You should take it. I should have given at least a shake. Just... I'm happy, of course, that we did well with Jacob and Esau. And I'm also, like, I'm happy that, like, we got a chance to mix up the Zane a little bit, too. Like, have some fun with this run. We didn't just, like, try to mainline it in the most zero fun way possible. We took some funky, like, deals with the devil. Well, one. We took some funky deals with the angel. And, look at this. It's just a strange situation, but look at that. 21 wins in a row. A couple of them is Jacob and Esau. How exciting. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I'll catch you next time. See ya! I gotta hit the button, though. See ya!